Okay, so what up? It's your boy Delibia from Mulitown platform. We are on Chakra TV today. Welcome to another episode of Contrast Podcast.
It's frozen.
For you, do you mean the live? Hello?
Okay, yeah, it's good now. Yeah, maybe it's my internet that was acting up. I saw my internet was
Yeah,
unstable. Yeah, it's all good.
because here it's showing out green, so there's no reason for it to freeze up or
Yeah, it's all right.
to misbehave. Yeah. Yep. So we good.
Yep, 100.
Okay. All right. So what's up? I cannot see the comment sections from this way. I think I should just give it.
I'll try to look it up. I just wanted to first share the link with Yeah, I don't know if you share it in your groups. Let me try to trace one of them. Boom, boom, big. Gotta get. Gotta get. So you can't see the comment section completely or what?
No, I can't because the browser is not open.
But I can see from my end, we don't have anybody.
Yeah, but we can just proceed while we wait for them to join us.
Okay.
So yeah, what's up? I don't even know the topic what we're talking about today. There are a plethora of topics, a lot of things which we were supposed to talk about last episode. We are going to carry it over to this one, and we also have things we are going to talk about on this one too.
Yes, so mainly if I look at like the Fhish unfortunate incidents or unfortunate events after Biggy 237, that's the main, like, call it title thing, but there are other sub things we just discuss in passing here. So I don't know, do we start with the Fhish thing or do we move to the
we can just start with the Fhish thing, then get into the other things like the releases of this month.
These things have been connected.
Yeah, most of the time.
Secret, the worry coffee, the worry cocoa.
Yeah. And life up there, what's up? Have you been?
I'm alright. It's getting really intense, but that's normal for me. Once I get into December, I'm trying to round up a couple of things. I'm trying to, meet my targets, prepare the groundwork for what I want to do the next year. And certain things you just realize, like, with this whole serial entrepreneurial journey, I think you just always set the timeline, like, I've not done anything about this thing, I push it up the table and then try to build these ones that look like they're having value. Mm-hmm. So December is that month where I really go all, should I call it, frantic on whatever I'm doing, and then trying to prepare the stage for next year to go bigger and heavier.
Mm-hmm. On my end, I'm trying to put some things together, but health-wise, I'm kind of messed up. I'm sick right now.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, but I just had to. At least I needed a podcast to keep my day active. I need to keep my day going, but I couldn't do other things like other heavy-duty jobs. I was just trying to keep it calm, like talking. Yeah, I don't know what I have. Whether Auntie Rona on or what, I don't know. But I don't feel too good. Yeah,
I've been on my steady anti-Rona controls.
Yeah, so Auntie Rona won't disturb my day.
Hoping for the best.
Yeah. So today we'll be talking about Fhish and all the unfortunate circumstances Yeah, after that circumstance, we had to do a roll call. Government had to do a roll call check on what's happening with the cash cow of the government.
Yeah.
So we had to.
First, I mean, with that our title,
Yeah.
unfortunate events after Biggie 7. But I would just like to say fortunate and unfortunate. Some of these things, it depends on where you're looking at it from. I mean, if you watch like he has done about 2 or 3 lives after those incidents. Yeah, and at some point he's sounding like he's good, man. That's how he moves. So we might judge certain things unfortunate, meanwhile some people feel it's not unfortunate. It's just our opinion out here, yeah. So it might be fortunate or unfortunate events after Biggie 7.
I'm trying to stabilize some things here. So yeah, when we talked about it, we were talking about wait, okay, let me just cut this guy off and let's just have a stable live chat.
What's happening?
I don't know. I think I need to stop these guys. It's family is just trying to check up because they know I wasn't feeling fine and they had the worst timing. Worst timing. They decided to come and start checking up on me now when I'm live, and I told them I'll be live, and this is the time they've decided to come and start. I just told them to wait. I'm live. After that we can talk about all the family stuff. Yeah, so when that thing happened, the government sat together and we talked about that, address that, the whole situation, and dive into some other things about manager things. Then we were talking with Asaba about the way her manager is making things hard for her, like preventing opportunities for her and all that. So yeah, it just explained some of the things we've been talking about, like on the podcast for the past months, about Cameroon, the system that is in Cameroon, those things that police always meet guys and try to, when they see you, they just have a certain profile that they just say, okay, this guy fits this profile and I believe he's this, and it was all just like he has a target on his back. And the other guys, apart from the police who wanted to rob him, the other guy, apart from the police that wanted to rob him, the other guys, those bike men and all that, the money he won was publicly shown that he has that amount of money. So in a country that, let's just say, everybody is hungry and finding their way and everybody wants to make ends meet, you have a big target on your back. So it wasn't surprising that these guys wanted to help him out, to ask something again from him, So it just explains the whole, like, the nature of the country, how messed up it's been, and for all those things happening at the same time, in the same day, on a roll. It's like that. So, December, they are village people, they find you.
Yeah. For me, first it was interesting but sad though. I mean, watching it, I was laughing, but I knew that this is not a joke. It can really get out of hand. But the way, it was just like, who lives like this? You run into cows, then some guys jump up I don't know if it's a hilux or it's a wolf trying to attack you. You scratch your car and then move away from them. Then you run into the police who should be helping you, and then say trying to extort things from you. The police stop you, and then you kick off the car while the doors are open. And the bike men were trying to help you from the police now start threatening you and then attack you. And I don't know if you watched the live he did after that.
No, I did not watch the live. I only just joined the one he wanted us to talk.
A Tom Cruise movie because they kicked off he kicked off with the car.
Yeah.
And then you could hear parts of the car falling off. And then he ran into a snap and jumped over the counter, behind the counter kind of thing. So it really looked like a movie. But a couple of things there, so I was looking like, I don't know, was this guy under some influence at the time? I don't know. It sounded very bizarre. Some of the actions he was describing, how it played out. And I was like, yeah.
But he wasn't alone though. Because saying that he was under some kind of influence, it would insinuate that he was alone and all these things were happening in his head. But he wasn't alone, he was with somebody.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he might have overreacted with some of those things. So even if the girl was stable, although most of the time some of those girls too around people are also high while you are high or whatever.
Yeah.
They're also under the influence like you. But
intoxicated,
you are the one driving. Yeah, you are the one driving, so whatever decisions you take, she's bound to just go with it till she can jump off that car. But some of the things did not just sound very stable to me. I mean, even at the end, that's what I was just like, what is where he said, unless he was exaggerating, like knowing that how traffic is in Yaoundé, in Douala, saying he was driving at full speed, going through cars. That's not what I'm going to do. Yeah,
it cannot be possible in Douala, in a place like Yaoundé or Douala. That can't be possible. In
his life, but also hearing how maybe his car might be messed up, it might be possible. He might have scratched things. I say he was horning. He said he was horning and driving at full speed.
No, but the car was messed up when those guys were trying to hijack him, though. When they wanted him to stop, they hit the car.
Yeah, he said he scratched at one side. But if you look, it's like, I think I saw a picture somewhere. It's like the car was cut on various ends. So maybe through the drive-through down to where I just finally said, where he said he just jumped out of the car and then jumped behind the counter of the bar. And I'm like, you are already in a bar, there are many people there. These bike guys cannot get to you like that. Why do you have to jump over the counter behind?
Sometimes to jump is just like for your own safety, because when you get into the bar, right, you can still get into the bar and just sit like among the customers like you want to drink. These guys may still come in and take you out of there without people knowing, or even hurt you in there without people knowing. But if you're behind the counter,
I mean, they're not police officers.
Bike guys, listen.
Help me, or aggressors or whatever.
Exactly. If they're aggressors, if they are, because take for example, when these police are come in civil, when they come to take you out of the bar, they don't come with uniform, so it doesn't even signify that these guys are police.
No, but this one now is bike guys. Bike guys don't.
I understand. I'm just using the same mindset that this one is bike guys, right? These bike guys may be coming to get you out of there. In this case, it can still apply as the same thing. The police come in as civil. These guys are bike guys. You cannot tell if they are. Yeah, you know that these guys are bike guys. But when the police come, nobody can say these guys are police. They can still be bike guys too. You can still see them as bike guys coming to take you out of the club.
No, but anyway, I just felt like it was the story was too movie-like.
He had to spice it up, of course. No, but these things happen, but he had to spice it up. Yeah. He had to dramatize it.
I was just thinking, like, this guy, though. Okay, there was something I wanted to ask you before I dive into more detail about the fish thing. He said, as Saba said, her manager was causing problems for her.
No, she didn't say it. She didn't say it. We told her that because of complaints
because I was just like, then why is he still your manager? Okay, now back to Fish, because in the live he mentioned how after that his manager came, they went to the gendarmerie, they met this guy when he gave his statement. And then what just finally, I recall when he won that money, because I was already getting hyped and excited about the
everybody was hyped, especially the guys who supported Fish.
One artist just told me, like, man, that money might be a blessing, but it might also be a curse for this guy.
Yeah.
If he does not have any strong hands to check how he moves, he might just. So we are hoping that he might do more of positive because he has resources, but he might do more of crazy because now he also has resources. Yeah. That's what that artist said.
Like lavishing and blowing the money away, or what?
Yeah, or getting into more trouble, man. More money, more access to more whatever you want to do. It might be negative or positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought about it and I was like, I had not looked at it from this angle. But I just kept on hoping that okay, maybe, but also knowing like just before I went to Biggy 37, the system around him had kind of fallen. So I was hoping that at least the Biggie guys who accompany him with this his whole money thing. And they put out the live
I don't
today.
think it's their place
I
though.
think maybe it was just if you watch the live he put out today, I
Yeah.
think maybe some hours ago or less, he was saying that nobody will tell him how to live his life. If they know who he is, they know that nobody can tell him how to live his life. Not even any Biggie 237 studios. Not because he has won the thing now, they have to start governing his life. That was the whole vibe of the video. And yeah, I was like, so she was like, because I do small posts, I'm like, I should not post, which I post past who. They say I'm not professional. If sharing these small details about myself is not being professional, I don't want to be a professional. I want my freedom, blah, blah, blah. And I was listening to just imagine how it has played out. Surely he has done these things, and the Biggie 227 guys have come to check him a little bit. And now he's here. He might have gone here. He's talk about that or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know if this will work out for the best for this guy. Because you know some of these things, right? I tell people like, I always pray money comes to me when I'm ready for it. If not, I don't want the money. It might just be more problems. You start living a 10 million lifestyle when you cannot think a 10 million generating thinking. And then now you end up in debt after spending even 100 million in 10 days because you are living 10 million a day. You cannot generate 10 million a day. And then you end up with, in the injury time, you'll either borrow some more money and people will lend you that money because
they know you had it.
I just had 100 million. It's a random example I'm giving. Now they'll loan you that money, but you cannot pay back, end up in debt. You are maybe a criminal now. It's just more problems. People, your friends that used to even buy corn and give you, not give you again. This guy has 100 million. Why should I give you?
Exactly. So instead they'll be expecting from you
discount. Exactly. Yeah. They will not give you that for the guy discount. They'll be giving you now at a hyped up price like you are a bush faller. Bam. So you're in more trouble. So at times I look at some of these amounts of fortune that comes your way, and yeah, you should really start thinking like, is it a blessing or is it a curse? Yeah, for Fish case, I'm really afraid. The way these first few days have gone, I'm afraid.
It's been more than 2 weeks, right, since he won it, and then he's been partying. He's been, it's his lifestyle. I don't know what he has planned for. Let's just say the money, because that's not even my concern and all that. The only thing I may be concerned with when I approach him is career, music, and all that. Money is his money. So if he has to do anything he wants to do with his money, he can. But he should be doing that thinking about, okay, this is where I'm at right now in life. Where do I want to be tomorrow? Because you can be here and think you're here and become too comfortable being here, and tomorrow you can't afford being here and you may fall below that. And which is bad. It's really bad to have a certain amount of money and lose it when you're already accustomed. Yeah, it's fucking very bad, because let's just say, because before the lifestyle you had certain facilities, certain access to certain things, like you've already said, like people who give you food for discounts or drink, or some guys who approach you or do certain things for you. When you get to that stage of your life, when you have that amount of money and everybody know you have it, because that money was given to you publicly, everybody know you have it. So when you get to that stage in life, most people just know, okay, that guy got it. And then when you lose it, they still see you like the person who has it. And it messes up a lot of opportunities now for you. For example, you may have a studio where you record at for free, and when you make that amount of money, the producer will be like, okay, I held that guy down when he got to that point, so he's supposed to I'm supposed to charge him now, maybe more, or maybe he's supposed to be compensating me a certain way now when I produce for him. And if you lose that amount of money and you go back, the producer will just be like, you're being stingy or greedy and won't work with you.
Exactly.
You understand? So some of those things, I don't know, maybe I'll try talking to him about that, but I don't like counting somebody's pocket or checking somebody's money or wealth.
No,
That's why we have.
It's not checking his pocket.
That's why we have. That's why in life we have guys who have a career called financial advisors, and we have guys who have jobs like accounting and.
Yeah, but Delibi, in Africa, 90% of people don't have any financial accountants. It's your friends, your father who tells you open your first account, deal a house, buy a car.
Yeah.
Wherever he gets inspiration from, you just run by it. You don't have those things out here.
I'm here with my accountant and financial advisors. I have 3 of them. They are all in Cameroon. So
yeah,
if
that's what I'm saying. At times, even is till you have people who are bush fallers who come to Cameroon, then you realize that we had some people who were therapists in Cameroon, but you just knew that he was a doctor. You did not know what he was. So some of those things, we might even have those advisors around us, but we don't even think of it like a necessity or something to, it's a waste of money kind of. So you can know those guys from out there because you have seen the relevance of it. But 80% to 90% of the people around we don't work like that. We don't think like that. We want our money in our hands. We want to count our money. We want to hide under the bed if possible. If it's the bank, you want to be looking at your bank book every day and checking what's what, and then planning out your things here. So I don't think realistically you expect, if not to talk of an artist, to have those kind of facilities. Better still if you have a.
But they are supposed to have it though. It's just that they advise you. Yeah, it depends on the kind of deal I have with them, because for the guys who are like partnership with us or managed by us, we provide those kind of things to them, because you generate money with us, so we tell you how to manage or adjust the money so you don't get into the red. If you're making money with us, we advise you on how to use it, but that money is from something else. That's his money. We don't know. He has to handle it the way he needs to handle it, or if he needs somebody to be recommended for him.
For me, even for my conscience, I know you say, okay, I don't count somebody's pocket, but some of the young guys who are close to me, I'll tell you what I think. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'll tell you what I think. Now it's left for you. I'm not going to impose anything on you. It's left for you to do what you want to do, but at least my conscience is free. I'm just doing that to free my own self. Because I know I'm going to feel a kind of way, or there'll be some subtle sadness in me, or I'll be having some guilt, like I knew the game and I didn't tell this young man about it. But once I've told you and whatever you do, I'm free, man. It's an engagement. It's now your cup of tea to handle. The consequence comes to you. I'll not have any guilt on me knowing that I told you.
Yeah, but you know the mentality of kids in Cameroon. If you have any
access to them, I will just.
You know the mentality of them. They'll be like, that grand don't want to tell me how to share my budget. If you say over, no.
Though, I can start listing you at least 10 to 20 artists who, maybe when they were down in a certain position, they were always close to me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll always tell you what I think. You are going in a certain kind of game, I'm like, I don't move like that. You are smoking like that, I'm like, I don't move like that. Even if you are smoking, move with it like this. I'll always tell you what I think. A lot of people, I mean, like, even most of my guys who have passed through one end will tell you, I'll always do that. And some people pissed off, you want to live my life for me, I'm a grown, whatever. But at least I told you. When it goes south, I'm free. I'm balling and driving my car and I'm seeing you.
Yeah, at least you told them.
I'm not worried because I know I told you. So finally, I'm doing it for you, but most especially I'm doing it for me so that I don't have any guilt of my conscience, because I know those kind of things worry me when I see. Yeah, it gets to me when I see somebody who has been around me in a kind of situation. Yeah. Once I told you and you moved in a certain way, I free myself of that responsibility. And as I said, as you said, a lot of these young people will feel like, you are not my father. Even my father does not tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do, yeah.
And I'm good with that. I'm not your father, most deaf. That's why I'll not take the fall when your fall comes. But at least I told you like a grandfather beside you, and I felt like you might listen to me. If you don't listen, that's your choice to make, and I'm good with that. So a couple of those people, you talk to them, you see they start moving away. Once they're in the kind of situation, they know that, okay, I don't like you moving like this, I don't like you smoking like this, I don't like you dressing like this, I don't like you talking like this around me. They start avoiding me. But I'm good with it either way. It's not like I need you. It's not like you're doing me a favor by being around me. Yeah. Instead, I feel like it's a burden / responsibility, because I have to
keep
lead you in a kind of way or help you out if need be. So and also I tell them the same thing, like when I'm around certain grandfathers too, I feel like they can teach me game in certain directions, being certain things. There's a way I carry out myself. There's a way I listen. And that's how I learn. If you don't want to learn, it's your problem. I learn from those who I learn from, listen to them in a kind of way, and I get what I get, and I get the value I get. If you don't want that, it's for me, I just feel like it's a, how can I call it? It's a system. The tap is flowing. If you put your cup, you drink. You don't put your cup, you die of thirst. It's your problem, but God has given all of us hands, and everybody has a responsibility to stretch out their hand. If you don't stretch out your hand, there's no water in your cup. It's your problem. There's nothing I can do to help you there. I can just make sure that, okay, I connect the pipes right. I make sure the tap is open. But stretch out your cup, that's your responsibility. So I always, if I have these guys around me, even for 5 minutes, I always tell you, because it's some of those words which some elderly people dropped on me for 5 minutes in a bus, in classroom, when I was in some crazy moments in my life. And then I went back and thought about it. That changed my direction in a way. So I always feel like, okay, that's the biggest giving back I can give back. The financial things and whatever, it's just, how can I call it? It's to please my ego at times. It's also for the person there. What really counts is those ideas. Ideas are priceless. That advice.
Knowledge, information.
Life for 50 years and he's passing on the knowledge to you in 30 minutes, and you don't even understand the value of those things. So I will always pass it on. If you take it, good and fine. If you don't, I'm good. I'm still driving around. Good.
So right now, we don't even know the situation. Has the car been fixed? How are things going?
As of his last life, he said once he went to give his statement at the gendarme's place, he left the car there, so he has to go back to collect the car. And all of those things are cost. And that's why I've told people, like, I've been around people who have made 50, 20, 100 million in a short period of time and lost it in a crazy period of time. And back in the days when I was young, I was always like, but how can somebody have 5 million and become poor? How can you? Once because I saw those things happen firsthand, I know that money, no matter how much it looks, it can go down in crazy amounts of time and put you in more trouble than before.
Because the higher you go, the more income and more revenue you can generate, the higher your lifestyle, the higher your responsibility, and the more costly your basic necessities are. That's just how life is. That's the truth about life.
I will not go into detail on what went down, but I've been around people where, like you see people with 50M, and automatically we start discovering hotels where they might sell water for maybe 30 euro. Meanwhile, we used to buy water in our supermarket for 1 euro. You start having calls of people who want to give a certain kind of jacket, and they make you feel like it is really worth it for maybe 500 euro. Meanwhile, you will have your jacket or a suit thing from Cameroon for less than 100 euro. So as soon as that money comes, you start seeing things which you never knew existed. But it's the same thing though. It's the same jacket, it's the same water. For some reason, those things are 100 times the price, and that money just burns up. And you start feeling like that's a necessity in life for me to drink that water from this kind of cup. Get certain kind of lemonated, deoxygenated water. The same you drank water from a stream 5 years ago from your village is now wanting to drink only. Like there's a certain taste, aftertaste in my mouth of lemon flavor with the deoxygenated water. All of those things start coming up when there is money, and it starts sounding like a necessity. But before it wasn't. So, maybe one guy's life, he said he went to do what in Limbe, then he went to cash out some money. He was like, I'll carry some real kind money. And then now you're like, okay, unusual, no, man must get some small chip at the side. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
All of those things come now, like, man must get small chick on your side. When they throw you out of that club in Moliko, there was no small chick on your side. I don't see any chick flying out. It was just you flying out of that club or that snack. But now all of those things will come, friends will come, family will come, advisors will come. When that money burns out, you will not believe how fast they will disappear. So even through this life, I really want to just send out a strong message to the guy, like, man, some of these things yeah, I've been in situations where it looks like that is the life. And at that time, out of pride and arrogance, you're like, nobody should tell me what to do. We say those things too, but I just hope
Yeah, of
that
course.
there's a little bit of judgment in you when you go back to your room, sit back and say, man, I've already blown 1/3 of this money. I know where I've been before when I blew up my chance. Do I want to go back there, or do I want to take this change? And that's why most of the time I tell these artists, although I'll sympathize with them for their failures, I'm one of those people who says it with my chest that I believe everybody has a chance in their life. It's just that some people fail to take it. So I will help people out of sympathy, but not out of obligation. Because I feel like if you took your chance, you'll be better off. And everybody has a chance in their life. Everybody makes their choices and have their consequences. So when your consequence comes, just shock it, as we say in Cameroon. But I'll help you because, okay, it's a human thing to do empathy. But it's not because I feel like your own life was the worst, or God did not like you and gave you the worst chances in life. Your own chances came, you just did not take it. We're all being honest. We all say when our chances came and we did not take it. Some people always act like I'm so fortunate in life. When you have had, he was already really rising to A-list, solid A-list with the Kirikou thing and whatever.
Yeah. With the Kirikou, Joe came down. Yeah, somehow, yeah.
Joe came. Big Brother has come now, and I mean, he was even for me, he was supposed to have a better run now than the Joe run. Because the population was really siding with him. It was not just people like you for your talent, but liking his personality. And somehow, he has a kind of Lil Wayne-ish personality where even when he's doing wrong, you just find it fun.
Still funny,
yeah. When I watch his lives, I'm laughing at it, but after a while, I know like I've seen a couple of these kind of characters who, when you guys are in the studio, high or not high, he's the one entertaining everybody. He has got the jokes, he has got the stories, everybody likes him. But when his life falls down, everybody continues with theirs, and then he's left there on the side. But we all forgot that he was doing all of those things because he was keeping us entertained, and we're entertained by it. When I watch it, I'm entertained by it. I like to put myself back like, yeah, but also put yourself like you are this guy's elder brother or you are his brother. Are you going to just be entertained by what he's doing, or are you also going to tell him like, man, watch out? We have seen this road before. Believe me, I don't want to call names. Some of them were not even artists, but I've seen things go down like this, and it's not fun at the end of the day when it's all gone and you're all alone now in your room. All of those who were chasing you, the girl was sitting in the car. She might even be married to another guy at that time, and she's sending out.
No, I believe.
Like,
I don't know. I believe it's his baby mom. I don't know. But his baby mom is his manager, right?
I don't think so. The way he sounded, you know, when it's your baby mama, there's a way you refer to her like my baby mama or my this. Yeah.
Because he said his he said his manager came to the police station. I believe that was his baby mom.
When he has gotten to Douala, but apparently he was driving with a girl along that crazy journey.
What if he was just giving that girl a lift?
Then he would have said that the girl I was giving her a lift. When you put it like Smarty, man must get Smarty for a corner, it gives that vision of. Yeah.
Wait, did he say that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Alright, okay.
He used the word either smarting or you know that those various slangs we call girls, girls beside.
So I be there some manga, some guy be there for my corner
or some smarting.
So small chick be there for my corner.
Some pass, those kind of things. They use that kind of slang, which is like that kind of girl beside me, or not like giving a girl. So I was just like, man, I like it. It's funny, but when I go back and I think about it, I'm afraid. I am worried of, is this one of those stories going down again? But there's nothing I can do about it either way. As you said,
do you want us to hold an intervention for Fhish?
Yeah, I just hope those around him can do something.
An intervention for the guy.
Yeah.
You want it? Anyway, I'll just talk to him. Maybe after this podcast, I'll just reach out to him and talk to him and ask him How far? What are your plans? Or maybe we may talk about releasing music, or because that's the closest thing I can talk about.
Exactly.
Because right
So
now,
there
I
is,
think right
you must
now
not
is the best time for him
necessarily
to release
come to
music.
scold at him.
Yeah.
You must not come talking on over him. You can just be like, man, what do you think? At times too, is the absence of good ideas that bring bad ideas to somebody's mind. So if you come and people work on some project and then he's motivated and then he goes on with it, before you know it, at least maybe you put 2 million in that one, then blow the other 5 million, whatever. I'm just calling random numbers. But if there is no good idea coming forth, or he's not happy with all the ideas in front of him, he might blow up all it, whatever he's doing. I don't know. I'm just saying. I feel like if you have access to him, man, just talk. The guy is talented. For me, he does not sound like a bad person. He does not sound like a bad person. He just sounds like, I've known so many people like that. To
me, he's still immature. To me, he still sounds like a kid. To me, he's still a kid though, but yeah, he's still a kid. I'm talking in respect to me, to my age. He's still a kid, but
most of the time, people don't want to be called kids. Everybody, and even myself, when I was in a position where looking back, I realized I was just a kid. I did not want to be called a kid. I felt like I knew what's up. I felt like I know what I'm doing. Don't tell me nothing. So most of the time, I don't come with that approach of you are still a kid. I just come like, what are you thinking about? And this is what I think about what you're thinking about. And I'm also share some real life stories with you. Like, man, I've been down this road. And at the end of the day, what I usually close with is I'm just saying, man, when it's all said and done, we have mothers, fathers who blame everybody. My friends advise me, my baby mama stole my money. But believe me, when it gets rough, you are alone in that room. You are looking at that mirror alone. You are sick on that bed alone. There is a certain, how can I even call it, a savage honesty I have with myself, which I believe most people cannot. I am afraid to translate it to people.
The truth is,
I feel like it might hurt their feelings.
Yeah, the truth is, anybody who has gone through certain things in life, maybe we can both relate because maybe we have had similar transitions in life, you know, because you've gone out, you've come back, there's a certain way you view life and you view certain things. When I sit by myself, or there are certain times that I just sit, and the way I talk to myself by myself, I don't think anybody can talk to me that way, and I will let them talk to me that way. But when I'm alone with myself, the way I talk to myself, I'm just like, stop it, motherfucker. Or there are times when I'm just sitting somewhere and I just did something and I'll just be like, I'll just be like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know this led to this and this led to this? But if somebody came at that point and called me stupid for doing what I just did,
you'll be on the defensive.
Yeah, I'll be on the defense. So yeah, of course, I understand. So yeah, let's just hope for the best.
August Neto is saying Yo, man.
Yo, Nato, what's up, Molitown family? Nato is one member of the Molitown family. So
okay, cool.
Yeah. So yep, let's jump to Magasco and Stanley, the trolling and the promo they are doing for their song. First of all, before getting into the promo and the trolling they are doing for the song, did you listen to the song? What do you think about it?
I don't know. So I listened to it one take. Usually I tell people, like, when I listen to a song, one take is just I'm giving my fan opinion. When I listen to it like 5 times, then I can give an objective professional opinion. Yeah. So I'm just giving now a fan opinion, looking at the video and all of that. Yeah, I feel like their big names might do them a disfavor of this one.
Explain.
For lack of a better way to put it. So, same thing like that. That's one of the fears I have with Jovia and Stanley is if they do a collabo, people have been talking about it for so long, people are looking at them like there. So, you know, like you sit and imagine like, whoa. I don't know if you do that. I remember like when I was young, we used to have those kind of random arguments like, hey, imagine there's a film, Chuck Norris and Rambo. Who wins?
Yeah, who wins?
No, Chuck Norris Rambo. Rambo has more Chuck Norris with his karate will kill him. So very imaginary things, and you blow up the whole scenario, and it's so real, and people start going yeah, and it's even a more intense argument than the film you watched, the imaginary film you look at. So same thing with these guys. I feel like we imagined like, okay, Magasco has this whole musical flair to him with a bang bang kind of thing. Stanley has a rap side and some musical side. If these two guys get together, what is it going to look like? So at times there is that over expectation which you come to the table with, which, yeah, my over expectation was not matched, if I'm being honest. I feel like it's a good song. It might be that kind of song which might slowly grow up on people, but the immediate bang, my way kind of flavor did not get me there. So my expectation, and even the video though, the video was good, but two heavyweights, that's not what I was expecting. I mean, and that's one of the things, so I feel like some of these projects, they fail not because they're not good, but everybody's expecting that. So like,
yeah, because of the expectations.
Stanley's independent videos have been better. Magasco's independent videos have been better. Now the two
really
of them
though?
come together, the videos is not matching.
Magasco
Empire, I don't
on the Empire. I think.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to say things are worse for Magasco after Empire. I don't want to say that. Maybe it's the case. But yeah, Magasco has had better videos. Stanley has had better videos. The two come together, we're expecting something better. But this
something bigger.
Both of them individually, same thing musically. They've had Wule Bang Bang, he has had Hempe, he has had My Way. And then now this does not meet up to Wule Bang Bang or My Way. But in our crazy fan minds, we're thinking a Magasco Stanley collaboration should be a My Way plus Wule Bang put together. Boom. But that's not what we got.
Okay. My own review. I recorded when the song just came out. I did a reaction to it, and while I did the reaction, I recorded a review after the reaction. But the video, it wasn't something I liked. The quality, there were some technical problems with it, so I just decided to leave it, to drop it. So I'll just do the review now on Contrast. Okay, this edition of Review Stamp on Contrast podcast. Okay. So when I listened to the song, the beginning of the song, right? The beginning of that song gave me that flat out. I just think the song is a dope song. But let me break the song down piece to piece. The beginning of the song gave me the same sample Stanley now used for the song with Mr. Easy. That Adore You, right?
Yeah, Adore You.
Yeah. The sample, that girl, they screaming, that girl did there, and he had that thing there. So when I listened to that, I was like, I believe Stanley had enough influence on this song than Magasco. You know, the beginning of the production side of it, because it sounded like something Stanley sampled, or maybe Magasco made the beats or made the song with Stanley in mind.
But it's Magasco's song, right?
Yeah, it's Magasco's song. That's why I said maybe it's Magasco, or maybe this song was one of Stanley's beat he was supposed to use, and Magasco used it, or Magasco made this beat with Stanley in mind, because that song just had the early parts of that song just have that Adore You vibe. It was just like in that phase where he was with the Adore You, doing the song with the video, that phase, you know. So I got that. And the song, it is Njang with Amapiano, like that vibe, that mixture of that vibe. I like the way they mixed it up. I like the way they mixed it up. Going to the hook, I like the hook. No, that hook for me is very catchy. Come on. Magasco is always great at doing this kind of hooks that when you listen to them once, you just stick with you. Yeah, Magasco is great at that. Like, that's one of the things he's great at, writing good hooks. Like Mimi, Papa don't want ten. Like, he's great at that.
Let me ask you a question while they are going on there. Just to keep in the spirit of contract.
Yeah.
But don't you think Magasco has done better than this though?
But he has, of course, like songs like let me just say, for example, Ule Bang Bang. Ule Bang Bang is a song on its own. Like, that's another thing, you know. Ule Bang Bang is another thing. But if we compare this to, let's just say, a song with like the Power series, You know,
Yeah.
he had dope hooks in that Power series. Like, to me, this hook here, to me, it goes with it's similar like the hook of J'ai la puissance la kabumbe. That one to me is something in that realm. It needs the push and the marketing that song had to get to where it got. This same song need that same thing, because to me this song is catchy. This song is catchy to me. I won't lie. This song is, and Stanley, this is the best singing Stanley has ever done to me. Like when I did the review, I was even surprised. I said that in the review, like this is the best singing Stanley has done. Like the closest he has gone to the best. Maybe he has to do with the production, or I don't know, but at least, and he had to pluck my way in it. I got angry when he plucked my way in it.
That was one of my problems, though.
What?
That was one of my problems.
My way?
Stanley sang more on this song than he sings on most of his songs.
No, I mean the range, the quality, the way he sang on this song, that like the way it sounded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It sounded
so
appealing.
Sang, how can I even call it? Yeah. If you listen to the part where I cannot recall exactly a specific part. But the part where Stanley sang and I was like, this guy might really have a voice though. Because all through Stanley's things, I just feel like he comes and does catchy 5-liners, and then things that can easily be auto-tuned. He does not try to play with any range or do anything too vocal. He just does something that can easily.
Another thing has to do with the production too, because that's why they call producers some of our vocal coaches or vocalists, that they guide you. They tell you can try this or you do this. You know, when he sings this way, they'll tell him try it. You can do about 5 takes to get the one we got, but the producer would tell him to keep trying those ranges. So when they try all those ranges and they get it and they mix it, like the mixing and the mashing, it gives you that what we heard. You know, this is the best he has done, and I believe that happened because he worked with Magasco and Pazzo.
That's what I was driving at to say. I feel like Stanley had too much freedom on this song.
Not freedom, enough. No, it's enough control, because if he had freedom, he would have done the same thing he has been doing on other songs.
No, by freedom I mean like he might have had more influence on. I'm just guessing, he might have had more influence than I would have liked to see on a Magasco project. I would have liked to see a Stanley doing a Stanley and a Magasco doing a Magasco, because now this is a risky move they have made for Stanley to. He has done what he has done. They have seen more of him. It might work, it might not work. You know, things like music, right? There are those songs that immediately you hear, you're like, whoa, this is a banger. There are those songs that grow. And those songs that grow with human beings, you cannot predict. Social sciences, it can go left, it can go right.
Yeah.
At times, as Ken was telling me, there's a spirituality on those things which, if it connects, it will just connect. If it does not connect, it does not connect. So they have made a risky move here, which it might connect, it might not connect. I feel on a song like this, they should both have just given their best of what they are known for. And I
get your point. And that's also one of the downsides of this. Stanley didn't ruin the song. Trust me, he did not. But he didn't add anything to the song. You get what I'm saying? He did not ruin the song, but he did not add any value to the song.
Exactly. He did not bring the full Stanley effect.
Yeah, because when I heard the song, I was already sold on the song even before Stanley came up. Like Magasco's hook, his chorus, and he went back to the hook. Like just that part of it, I can put that on repeat and enjoy it as a song. So I was just waiting to see what Stanley would bring onto the song. And when he brought the singing, I was like, oh wait, let me listen. Because the comment section, I know the comment section in most Magasco's fan base, even that thing was a whole debate in the grain, like the Molitown family now. The thing is growing at a rapid rate. Now, I don't know, maybe it's because the Facebook page is too active now. The WhatsApp group is growing. And when I posted that song was coming, or when the song was out, when I asked, when I said the song, to me, if they promote this song the way this heavy, like their names, if they can do some kind of promotion to this song, that song will get to the level at Wule Bang Bang, because it's catchy, the hook is catchy. And there was a whole war in the Molitown family group. Most of the comments were like, Stanley spoiled that song, Stanley spoiled that song. And I was like, no, if you guys listen to music, he didn't destroy the song, but he never added value to the song.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did not tarnish or destroy the song, but nothing new. Like My Way, it was just like somebody said Stanley's verse was My Way remix. Like the Molitor family was crazy. Like there was a lot going on there. So to me, that's my own take on the song. But that song, the replay value of the song, for me, the replay value, I can play that song depending on where I'm at. You know, when it has to do with a, like just say, a gathering, I can play it. Among Cameroonians, I can play it, but I cannot just wake up and play the song by myself.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. At least not yet. But the song has the potential. I listen to this song, just the Magasco's part of that song just can carry the song if both of them promote the song. You know, because I just believe Stanley added that My Way.
When I said you mentioned the catchy things of Magasco, right?
Yeah.
From the time I started following on Magasco from I Want Drink Magari, Market, whatever, the things he was doing in Bamenda at the time. He has those things that pick you. But in this song, I don't yet have it. That's why I said not yet.
No, I have it. Like, mine is that Ashiano, the hell, but he go better for me. Just that part. Just it's relatable.
Okay, maybe, yeah, but nothing has caught me. Like the way Gong Bang, I don't even know what he said in that part. Gong Bang,
no, the thing that no, it's not that Gong Bang that caught you. Is that after that Gong Bang? It's not that thing.
Exactly.
Maybe, it is that.
I just know that I'm waiting for that part.
Yes, so that you can make.
You don't know the lyrics.
Yeah.
There's a particular part which you just want to go with the song and feel as a part of that joy. Or
exactly. Everybody's just waiting for that part. Just that they want to say willy lily. Yeah. So on this song is that Ashiano the hell, but it go better for me. That's it.
Which that's something which Magasco does a lot. He has those things that pick you. You gravitate towards it, and like you want to listen to that song again. You know, you are driving your car and like then you hear the song play, you kind of slow down to wait for that part. After that part, now here you can accelerate. Like
if I give you belly, now me Magasco.
Me Magasco. I can just get into my mood here. So there's that feeling with those things which I have not got that feeling from this one. But as I said, it sounds like a song that can just grow in on you. And this is designed by a lot of songs to be on repeat in a lot of things. So you never can tell. By the 15th, I might have another opinion with regards to it.
But I've listened to the song twice already, but I still feel the same way I feel about the song. The song has the potential to grow. The hook is catchy. The hook to me is something like La galère, pourquoi tu ne vas pas me laisser en paix? To me, I just feel like it falls within the same realm. The same pitch, the same vibe, the same. They just need to expose the song more. And it will grow. It will grow by itself. That's just what I believe.
So who's going to expose the song now?
No, what they are okay. Now let's move to the shenanigans. Now they are trying to expose the song by saying Magasco stole Stanley's glasses during the video shoot of this song. So they are just trying to create some sort of information surrounding the song. That's what I'm saying. They are trying to create some sort of antics. Not like heard the story too much. Like people will be like, oh, now which video that, now which song. So they want to keep building antics or making memes or trolls.
Jelly B, when I say I've heard those stories too much, Cameroonians are not stupid. We have brains, right? But for some reason, PR people or marketing people or the artists are the ones who feel that they have marketing ideas.
Yeah,
there's a way you use stunts. Like now, there is this thing which once I see it, I'm already annoyed. Where they just take a picture of somebody kissing in a video or a wedding picture.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that it's a video. You are trying to drive buzz with it. And
then you caption it like finally married or mom baby or that. Yeah.
The bloggers already call out the buzz, but for some reason you guys just still decide to ride with the failed buzz. So some of those things, when people start calling out your PR stunt, it's no longer a PR stunt. It's a failed stunt which might be a negative. Yeah, might have a negative effect on the project.
I recall when Blanche came out before she dropped.
Short of ideas.
Yeah, before she dropped Ndolo, you know, when Blanche came out, I recall there was one time where she said she robbed a promoter or somebody of money and she did not perform, something like that towards that. And I hit Blanche. I say Blanche, you don't hear that news. Say wait, some person say you the trend. No, say tell me now. Some person say you the old producer, promoter for money. She started laughing. He say I beg, send me screenshot. I think the blog sharing it at that time was Bonte's blog was still up at that time. 237 Showbiz wasn't as big as it was now, and we had Miss Gina promotes at that time. So I shared some of the posts and people talking and the headlines. He said, Mama me, Mama can go drop new song. Plan say, I beg me to continue to talk. My wrong go drop song. So these things happen, and but the other one was organic. I don't know if she started the rumor, and also when she wanted to drop another song, she made a trend and said, if you don't pay me 500 francs for a show, I'm not coming. That also went on to blogs, and promoters started talking and saying, can you generate 500? Can you do all that? She released the song. So sometimes you just have to be unorthodox. Like even the thing of kissing, she started it with Mings and Mimbaye. Mr. Liu took the same thing too in Jamais Jamais. And that thing just became old. As Mr. Liu just used it, it became old. Salatier tried using it in Anita, it did not work. So many guys started using it after that.
Anita,
yeah. Salatier used it on the next editions of Anita. It did not work. Like most of these things, we've seen it before. Even the wedding, Loco used it on Le Mariage de Mago. I think who tried to use it again? So many guys have tried to use the Salatier also tried to use it again on Anita, I think 2 or 3. It did not work. You understand? So some of these things that they think that they need to be creative. Because sometimes I just believe these guys try to use this kissing and wedding thing because of the culture in Cameroon. They know there are certain things in Cameroon which are like taboos, that when you do some of these things, you go off the when you go off the rail, they'll start saying, this, stop kissing in public, you're an African, stop dressing the way you dress. That's one of the things Blanche used, because she knows that this thing will rile people up. Like before she released a song, she'll just have a period where she start posting those her pics, because she know people will talk, parents will talk. Some girls who say they are too holy, they'll start saying you want to be a role model to people and this and that. Yeah, she knows when she's doing all these things. That's why she pull all the numbers she pulls.
So for me, I just feel like I'm not so optimistic about the song, but it looks like, I recall there was some time when artists used to send me their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was one song that became a hit, but I recall when the artist sent it to me, I was like, I'm not yet feeling this song. When he blew, I told the guy like, there are songs like this, which you don't see it coming till it blows up.
No, me, I'm still waiting to miss. I haven't missed
those things which
that's my credibility. I haven't missed anybody who said I've missed before. Just tag me to the thing and said I've missed. I've predicted a lot, and if I'm predicting, when I predict some of them, I decide to work on them to make sure my predictions work. Sometimes I decide to work on them, like the promotion and some other things, because when I listen to them, I feel like, okay, this thing has to work. I haven't been wrong before, and I'm still waiting to be wrong. I predicted Nabila the year she blew up. I predicted Mimi the year they blew up. Tenor predicted the year they blew up. The guys I couldn't predict were Avero, Jess, and Mr. Shine. I couldn't. Kosiso was clear. Like even hit songs. Most songs, when I just listen to a song and I say, okay, this is my review, I give it 4 on 10, or I give 4 on 5. When I give my review and I say this song, if this song gets the amount of promotion it deserves, it will blow up. If they give that song the amount of promotion it deserves, it will blow up. Because sometimes you need to understand the Cameroonians' psyche. This, if you try to be so artistic, like to be so technical on your song, it's very difficult for it to blow up in Cameroon. the average or the casual listener is not that keen to listening to your production, to your this. That's why you see guys like Philbill and Sango Eddie are not as big as they are. Because those guys are like musical geniuses. But the average Cameroonian cannot comprehend that. Like the guy selling by the roadside wants to listen to Nyama. No on fala le Nyama.
We don't have time to be too profound.
Yeah, they don't have time. Most people, very few. We may have time. Us, you and I know, like, because if you're a rap fan, you listen to rap. Rap fans can be too profound. Like they can listen, yeah. But the casual listeners who want to listen to Mbole and the rest, they don't have that time.
No, but seriously, do you think if an Okada man is flying on Bonaberry Bridge, he takes time to listen to your lyrics? Or is he analyzing the cars in front of him and which passenger is going to pick next? He just wants something he can shout to while he's flying and the breeze is blowing.
Yeah, of course. So, of course. And I believe Kosi has succeeded. Kosi has succeeded in blending those two things with the professionalism and the catchiness. He has succeeded.
Yeah, but I feel like Kosi is not lyrical though.
Again, he's not. Again, he was. When he was lyrical, he wasn't popping. When he popped, he stopped being lyrical because he decided to blend the two.
As you said, he has managed to blend the two.
Exactly.
So he lost the lyrical prowess when he added the Nyamarism in his song.
Yeah, when he added the pop in his songs, he lost it. But because he wants.
Who do you think is the most lyrical Cameroonian rapper
right now? Right now.
Yeah.
Maybe Cleo Grey or Kiko.
They're better than Young Holiday.
Yeah, to me Cleo Grey is better than Young Holiday. Young Holiday, yeah, to me is Cleo. Because Cleo Grey, Young Holiday, for us who listen to Western rap a lot, right? Young Holiday, when you listen to his songs, maybe that's when you can say that. But if you put yourself where you come from, the way they consume Cameroon, the way we judge rap, the way we judge entendres and flows and play of words on rap, Cleo Grey has a better mastering of it with the audience in Cameroon. Because you said Cameroon, right?
I feel like the Mboko culture waters down the art of rap. Or,
no.
For a better way to present it, those who practice the Mboko rap have not mastered a diverse skill set for rap. So most of the time,
Cleo Grey has it.
They might do similes, double entendres, and basic wordplay things. On Mboko, they don't go deeper than that. I've rarely heard in Mboko rap where they really go like into historical
metaphors,
allusions, biblical allusions, all of those poetic kind of things. That level of depth, I don't think so. And even like triple layer wordplay, they really do.
Okay. Have you listened to Mark Cedric's new EP, The Drill Spirit?
Not in depth. If I've listened, it's a one-timer.
Go and listen to it. He has a song on it, Benz. It's on America's USA's Rap Vital playlist on Spotify. Now,
what's the title of the song?
Benz. That's not my best song from that's not my best song from the project, but that song is it got picked up on Spotify US playlist because maybe that song because it's English
or in pidgin.
Both. You mean the song Benz?
Check it out.
Benz is in English.
Yeah. Okay.
Benz is English. Maybe that's why the USA picked it up because I have connection to this playlist, guys, on Spotify.
Saying that those who do Mboko rap, which is either Frank Anglais or pidgin, that's what I call like a typical Mboko thing, Frank Anglais or pidgin. Don't have a mass like. I feel Sarkodie has a certain skill set where he's rapping in Twi, but I'm picking some of the rap technique he's trying to use using Twi. In Mboko, I feel like it's still very limited.
I don't know. I don't know how you see it or how you view it or judge it.
So I said they'll use like 3 tools in their rap from their rap tool bag, and they'll not go too deep. I mentioned things like they'll use metaphors, double entendres. I already hear triple. They are going to use, they already use historical allusions, biblical allusions. They already use how can I even call it? There is this thing where somebody used the same, let's say a word starting with C, and they play about 5 words with that thing just to get that effect. There's a certain way they call it in as literary devices. So all of those other literary devices which are not that used. And for me, what I like the most is historical allusions. Maybe it's because when I was doing literature, I was also doing history. So when somebody mixes poetry skills with historical facts, it makes me feel like, yeah, you are, how can I call it? You are a student of the game, and you are not just a student of the game, but you are also a good student. Because to be able to rap these things, you should have read these things. So it's not enough for me to just get somebody who says, there is a Biggie. That's why I would prefer Pac to Biggie. Because Biggie's rap was like
Storytelling. Yep.
Yeah, a day in the life, the streets, how does it go down? But to rap some of the things which Nas did, I know I can, you need to have read some books. And that's extra effort, which I feel like the Mboko guys don't go into some historical thing of talking about Lapiro or talking about the history of this thing or presenting. In my project, I have some songs we're coming up with, which if you listen to like Freeboy Lama's verse on one of my projects, or Crispy's verse, I because like most of the projects I work with these guys, I'm like, this is what I want to hear. You are rapping it, but go in this direction. Use it like this. So it's not yet there, but that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, where somebody puts in the work, actually copies on text, and I say, read this thing and then try to integrate it somehow in your flow. So I feel there's that extra skill. Like I tell people, rapping is not just talking fast, or
that's why I say Cleo Grey has it. That's why I say to me it's Cleo Grey. Or if I have to go with my Young Holiday is good. Okay, I've listened to his songs. I listened to his EP album Emmanuel. I was the first person to listen to it. The first, like he actually posted about it. So, so he's good. Okay, but to me, when you say in Cameroon, who is the best? To me, the best lyricist in Cameroon, I will go with Cleo Grey first. I can go with Young Holiday. Like if they say I should pick 5, I'll go with Cleo Grey, Kiko, Young Holiday. I can throw Max Cedric in there. And then there's Inner Money. I can throw her in there.
Yeah, I feel like that might be a list to go against. How can I call it? Okay, let me just give my own list. I will go rather with people like Blueprint.
Hakim, yeah.
Yeah, Blueprint, Hakim. I will go with King B. I will go with. I've given Blueprint, King B, Young Holiday. I want to go with Killer, but Killer is on certain days though. So certain days he sounds very profound. Certain days, so I don't know. I've not been able to put him on. Is he this or is he that? He's almost as good in both things. He's almost as good in singing foolish as he's as good in singing sense. So it's difficult to put him, and you don't know if you throw the mic at him, what is he going to rap?
Wait, the Killer, I forgot to add Killer on my list. I think Killer is interchangeable with somebody on my list, but I don't know who.
Yeah, so I might put Killer 2 on that list, but the thing is, he's one of those guys who I know he's good, but he's not predictable if he always keep it there, depending on where his mind is at when you meet him. So that's top 4. I have Blueprint, Hakim, Young Holiday, King B, and Killer. when it comes to lyrics, yeah. Because for me, if you listen to these guys, I feel like they do the work. There's this guy too who he's going in the engaged direction, VOC.
I've heard of VOC a long time ago. Yeah, I know VOC.
No, he just put out a video a couple of days. It was on 237.
No, but I knew about VOC a long time ago. Like he started a long time ago.
Yeah, so he's going more in the engaged direction, not so much lyricist, but just the fact that he's engaged. I like that too. Yeah, but for me, it's this first four first now. Free Boy Lamar can be a lyricist, but I feel like he's growing out of it. Some of it, when he used to be around my studio, some of the things I heard was showing, like as I said, Young Holiday even is not yet there. Most of these guys are not yet there, but there are guys who, when I listen to them, I feel like they're making a conscious effort to want to be there. You know, like I tell people, like, there is a way you analyze the Egyptian history or the history of Africa, the Mali Empire, and I'll know like this how much this guy has read. I can tell you like you read a Form 5 book or you read an advanced level book or you did personal research. You went on Wikipedia and then Googled some African authors which I think are not taught in school yet. So I can already assess what level of depth of the history or the literature you are trying to go into, or even political knowledge. If you are now going into, how can I call it, how they call this our guys? These people who always suspect things. There is this word they use for them. People always have double
premonitions.
If let's say the vaccine is out and they're like, maybe it's the Illuminati, maybe there is a force.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theorists. So there's a level where we talk about conspiracy theory and like this guy knows. There's something where we even talk about like you watch this Michael Moore documentary at this time. So when you talk about certain things, I know like okay, this is how deep you are going into this thing. But when somebody, what I say is it's okay to have those songs you're just talking about the everyday life of the everyday man. When we talk about Picasso art, it's not just because Picasso took his brush and drew a beautiful woman. There were some trigonometric things on it. There are some asymmetry of the nose between the nose and the mouth and the this, which I feel like the guy put in some extra thoughts to it.
Okay, let me mess you up on my list. Yeah. Let me add another person on my list.
Yeah, who's that?
Big G Baba.
Nah, why? You almost made me to go out of my podcast personality. I almost went Cartier there. Why do you think that?
Because Big G Baba's lyrics and his songs connect to the audience he's trying to, the market he's trying to serve.
No, but even when you are connecting to the market you try, that's why I always tell people. I remember when I used to do my rap review things, and some of these Sierra Leonean or Kenyan guys were coming and I'm like, we did not invent this thing. Literature is one. There is African literature, there is European literature, there's American literature. But when you look at the roots of literature, it is one. Knowledge is somehow one, but it branches into subsets. And then everybody can defend their own thing. When we look at philosophy, African philosophy, we have our angle of looking at things, but don't lose out the fundamentals of what philosophy stood for, the logical flow of argument. At least we should keep that. So when you say Big G Baba is connecting to his audience, yeah, it's not because I'm singing to mad people that have to sing madness.
So Big G is singing madness, that's what you mean?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you want to defend art. You should not defend the art because you say I'm singing to an audience which does not understand art. No, let's keep art
so crazy.
Art. And that's why I like some people like a guy like Blueprint Hakim. Maybe he has never blown, or even Killer. Killer has never really blown in Cameroon. But I feel like the day that the world, you have an opportunity for the world or even Africa to see him, he will blow up more than Jovi and Stanley 10 times. Same thing for Blue Flame, same thing for Young Holiday.
Those guys should hit me up. Like,
and your spirit,
listen,
when the world sees you, they'll really see you.
Yeah, I have contact with those guys, but that's one problem with Cameroon. Talking business with people in Cameroon is difficult, because I actually have the new radio now is playlisting.
Yeah,
I can get you on Spotify playlist and Deezer playlist. Most of these guys, when I try to talk business with them, I don't know. I just believe Cameroon artists. Okay, this is what I've just concluded. Most Cameroon artists make music from something else. You know where they get that money from, or we may know how they get their money, but most of them do music for the fame and the name and the prestige. Most of them.
But I feel like in their defense is because the main thing has failed them though. So it went the other way around. If music was making money, they might not have gone that way. They went that way because they saw that it was not happening here.
But they openly make it feel like they are doing music for that financial or generational success or wealth.
It's still
but when you approach them,
that's not what is happening for them.
But
so
when
you talk about most of these guys, like the Killers and the rest, as I told you, Killer used to be at my level.
Yeah.
I know how good he is. I know his drive and the rest. I know some of his shortcomings. Why certain things might not be working at particular times.
So if it works with you, okay, for your EP that you're about to the album you're about to release, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to release it in singles or just an album at once?
All singles.
Exactly. So we can work.
I have 10 songs ready. I have their cover art design. I'm shooting 5 videos at a time. I'm going to release all of them singles.
Exactly. So I can guarantee you that if we start releasing this thing, everybody, you stream this project when it drops on Echo. We are not arguing about that. You have to stream it on Echo. And we can, to penetrate the international market, you will find it on Spotify, okay? To download it, can we be safe to say they can download it on mollytown.com?
Have no problem with that. Because on Echo is free, so I want to have it on as many platforms as possible. If some can make money, good and fine. But the priority is going out there.
The accessibility. Okay, so this is one thing. We'll discuss more about this one offline, but I want to throw it out there. That's why I'm saying it live. Can we work on the distribution so I get every single when it drop on the Spotify playlist? Because this song, if it is rap, aim at art, international audience. When you get on the playlist, you get to connect with the guys who connect to that level of art.
So all the way we have various kinds of songs on it.
Yep.
And lots of artists, as I said.
I'm talking about the international ones, the ones you believe can connect internationally. Those are the ones I want us to distribute. Those are the ones I want to be part of distributing.
So I have some of those kind of things which I'm going to put out to the international things. But what I wanted to say was, so for my project, as I said, I'm not a typical Cameroonian artist. And that's what might also give me access to talking front and back to people like you. A typical artist in Boya might not even know how to get to Mollytown and if you recall when you did the thing where you were saying you are sharing money, and I was like, I can bet you that if I do a questionnaire or some random how can I call it, survey, not up to, when I say survey, my reach and my speaking can only Douala, Boya, Bamenda, Limbe-ish here. But I really know that my roots can get to the ground. I'm not sure up to 80% of the artist crowd have heard you.
I think so
but
too.
But now, what to make the difference, and that's why I was saying that for me, it's not even like I'm partly the artist and I understand where they're coming from. But because I'm an entrepreneur, so I keep on moving and I'm not worried about what happens. But most artists have that problem of so many people have brought stories, man. Believe me. As from 2011, since I came back, we have seen lots of people come with new platform to sell music, new labels, representative here and there, artist community, artist cooperative, artist this, artists pay their transport. His last money which he had, which was about to start up a call box where he was saying that music is not giving. He took it and paid transport, had to brand himself to come for that meeting, came for that meeting once, twice, tried to do some things, nothing showed up.
Nothing showed up.
Are really kind of fed up. Those who are really still going are those who have other sources. The real artists are kind of fed up. And as I told you, I'm like, don't even bother to have all of them. Take 1, 2, a diverse set. Like if you are working with a set people you know, his voice is strong in
Boya and Douala.
Artist / Douala, yeah. You get one now who is strong, maybe Douala / Bamenda. You get one who is strong now, okay, maybe Yaoundé / Douala. That kind of intersection makes things. And then let them get a success story. You will have to put interviews and concourse for people to write to come into your distribution. So just get 2 success stories and then make them understand they are working with them, but to be able to share these success stories. Try to document the process as much as possible.
No, we are documenting. Trust me, we are documenting.
Once you have the final product, tell people like, this is it. I'm not because I said so many people have come.
And another reason,
your relatives, so your former colleagues in the entertainment, with stories, and nothing shows up. So another reason why artists are just like, there goes another one.
Yeah, another reason I don't try to coerce them or try to chase them on it or try to make like I want to convince them on it is because when I started Muli Town, I also have that same mentality that I'm fighting the people I'm trying to help. So right now, I don't chase them again. That's the reason why you told me to push or try to make a certain effort to promote it. I was just like, listen, if this thing will slowly get to the people it wants to get to, if the person actually believes they want to. Exactly. Because actually, I have guys who are currently signing up for it. Though not the amount somebody may be expecting, but it makes me realize that, okay, these guys are signing up to it and they're actually getting paid. You know, they are getting their money. But reaching out, trying to make it a movement or promoting it or tell somebody that when you receive your check, you post it and say you receive your check. I don't need to coerce or tell anybody to do that for now. Because when I started Molita, I was fighting with most guys who are A-list artists now because I was trying, the vision I saw, I was trying to push it with them, push it to them. I was still fighting them. Make enemies out of it.
Yeah.
You know. So right now, if I'm doing anything, that's why and if anybody has noticed, I only record on YouTube when I know I have something that I need to say or pass out. I'm not as consistent as I was when I started YouTube. I just go online, go to my podcast, I record it, I post it there. It's on my Facebook. Anybody who get access to that information, I want to learn from it or want to ask anything or come back, get the feedback, they come back. You know, I work with those who are serious or those who say, okay, yeah, they trust the movement or trust what I'm doing. I don't try to get the casual, like, no. Yeah, so I understood when you told me, why don't you tell some of these guys getting up the check? If they have not posted it, they don't want people to start checking their pocket or somebody to say, I don't hear, so you don't move the money for the. Okay, look at Fhish. You guys are chasing him now to harm him because he want money on life. So sometimes I understand what they're doing.
But at least work with some people that don't mind you documenting their process.
That's
like
why.
Me for one, I don't mind you documenting my process. Two, my process is not my process because, as I said, on each song you might have 2 or 3 artists. Yeah. Technically, it's also their process. So for me, it should be something at this level for the community where if you can show that it's working, at times you want to take your brother to the stream to drink water. He does not believe that there's water there. You might need to go the extra mile to carry a bucket of water and come and show him that this is water. You don't need to, if why does not believe that there's water there to come and drink, but at times you really want to save your brother, so you still carry that water to show him. So
Because for
extra
most of you
effort.
guys who don't understand, for most guys who don't understand the value and power of how effective playlisting are, okay, I've talked about crowns, right?
Yeah,
And Jayon, you know about Jayon, right? Jayon, who produced a producer,
yeah, yeah. The
of
beat, yeah,
course. Yeah.
turn on the beat.
If you want to know the value of Jayon, is a Cameroon. He's a producer, but he produced songs like DJ Khaled. He has Crowns on it. He may have Skynet, Onisi, all these guys on it. But under the Jayon is the highest streaming hip hop act from Cameroon, based in Cameroon on Spotify.
Can you back those numbers? Can you back that statement?
Jayon in 2021, his single had 450 something K views on Spotify. He just posted his Spotify review. His stat
600 and what?
450 something. I don't have the exact number. 50 something, 450 something K. As a hip hop artist, there's no hip hop artist based in Cameroon that can pull 1/3 of that number. Even Jovi don't pull those numbers.
What are Jovi's numbers? Any idea?
Jovi's numbers are 30 something, 100. Like the highest I've seen is Salatier's own is something else, because Salatier was 7 million. That's the highest I've seen. Salatier is not like rap. Salatier is not rap. You know.
That's Salatier before Beyonce, after Beyonce.
After Beyonce. No, I'm talking Salatier now. That's after Beyonce. But I'm talking this Jayon. I'm comparing him to A-list artists when it comes to stream. The only person who surpassed him now.
What does that? How does that translate into his pocket?
It translates into his pocket because that 450 something thousand stream, that's $2,000.
That's $2,000.
For most people who don't know, the song was released in, I think, August.
August this year.
Yeah, this year.
Okay.
So, but Jayon has also a playlist blog. I also have a playlist blog. We both work, because I work with Crowns. When Crown released his EP, we were working on that. Crowns also had playlist placements. Crown at one point had 43k listeners a month.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult for a Cameroon artist to have that amount of listeners on Spotify.
Yeah.
Loco has 12k. I think 12k. I think. Kosi has, I think, 13 or 4k. Something like that. But like I said, playlisting for these guys who want to cross over like to the Western audience, guys like Jayon and Crowns, you've listened to Crowns hip hop songs, right? It sounds just like an American song. So it's easy for them to cross over.
Yep.
It's easy.
Yeah.
So we have access to those kind of markets, to those kind of blogs, to those kind of curators in these kind of companies, Deezers and Spotify. Cameroonians don't understand. I don't know. When we try to work with them that way, it's like we are fighting them.
No, I always explain like the Cameroonian market. Like even now, I'm doing all these whole how do I even call it? Growth things, startup things, and trying to scale up in companies. And I was discussing with some investors, and I was saying most of the concepts of growth. You know this whole concept of growth, right? Where you maybe start up a business and you want to scale it up into other African countries or things like that. Yeah. So the concepts of growth in Africa is not the same like what has been used in Europe and America.
Yeah.
So we have to take some of those concepts and then adjust them to our local reality, because somebody's psychology, marketing has a lot to do with how people think. And that's how they appreciate the message you are sending to them for marketing based on their thinking. And if you look at the Maslow pyramid of needs, you realize that based on where Africans are, there's a certain way we see things. So you can present an idea or an interesting concept in the European and American market, and they value it off the idea of what you have said or what you have explained or what it can become. But when somebody is in the first pyramid of survival of basic needs, most of the time they just use their senses. What can I touch? What can I see? So where is the money? Can I see the money? Where is the food? Can I see the food? If he has succeeded, where is his car? Where is his house? It's not off he can become the number here. So most of the time, to the average 70% of Cameroonians/Africans is till they can actually see those things. So there's a leader, or the how do they even call them? There is the 1% or first 5% who can listen to those ideas and appreciate it. Because somebody who is struggling with survival, he wants to be sure that I've seen food, I'm going to take that food. It might be a short-sighted way of looking at things, but that's the position they are in, and they can only think from that position. So most of the time, marketing messages in Africa, you'd only tell the person that this flour can make good food. You actually have to put a beautiful large cake there. You don't need to put too much description of the cake. You need to paint the picture of the cake, even if you are kind of even exaggerating it. That's what will make the man buy that flour. It's not the health advantages of it, the organic this, the how do they call those things here. It's not those kind of ideals. We don't care so much about it. It's how big is the cake, how sweet might it be. Those are the kind of things which the marketing messages for Africa now sound like. So,
and when you ask how does that translate to his pocket, like, I understood what you mean. Like, because most of the guys, okay, if you guys, let's just go to Spotify now and search Jeon OTB, Young Legend. You guys will confirm what I'm saying. Is there on Spotify, or you just type Crowns?
I'll definitely check those things after this.
Yeah, Young Legend. That song, maybe you'll get to 500k very soon. But what I'm saying is, most artists in Cameroon who dream or keep talking about Grammy level songs, we want to win the Grammy, we want to get to this level. First of all, you need to have a medium where you can reach those audience. You understand? You need to have a medium where you can reach the audience and you can relate to those audience. Because if you drop songs in those mediums where you cannot relate to them, it won't go anywhere. That's one thing. The first thing is somebody who you can see, somebody who you believe has that potential of crossing to that audience in Cameroon, and when you approach a person, the person doesn't even take you serious or see it as those are some of the things I've been dealing with since I started this whole company and movement. Yeah,
that's the struggle of an entrepreneur. Only you see what you see, but now the challenge is how can you make the rest see it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we've gone almost 1 hour 30 minutes. Is it 1:30?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to call it a day here. And I really needed a podcast because I'm not feeling fine. I needed to talk and exercise myself, And so therapy. We use this podcast as a form of therapy. Yeah. So
we don't get to pay any therapist.
Yeah, we get therapy without paying any therapist. Short. So
trust Africans to jump for short.
Yeah. So thank you everybody who watched this video. If you watch this video after the live, share. Okay, to let everybody know, or if you like the show, share. And yeah, we'll try to be consistent. We've moved the time now. We've moved the time to, is it 6 Cameroon time, right?
Yeah.
6 Cameroon time. So yeah, you guys, I don't know, I think we'll have to drill that time now into the audience slowly to make them understand it, to be consistent.
And also I was really thinking, like, we might be discussing a lot of relevant things here.
Yeah,
this might not even get to the people,
people who need it. Yeah,
so I was really thinking, but I was like, if you notice I put these things here, these are things which I just brought from, I'm trying to decorate some studio thing. I'm trying to match the benchmark you have set out there. So
I'm still building. This one is incomplete.
Designs, some of the designs I have down there, but I just brought them home so that I start putting them here. But I've set up that place the way I want it, I'll really make lots of efforts. At times we might be inviting some artists to come and give a pure, because I feel like we might all be talking like artists, but we're not pure artists. Like
we are not pure artists,
artist perspective, So we might be inviting some artists here, maybe some bloggers and people just to come and based on whatever I want to discuss, and that will help to translate the message directly into their community.
Exactly. I think we should start trying to have guests on the Contrast podcast.
So
that
I just said anyway, That's one of the foundations I'm trying to lay down as this year is ending, so that next year we really make it relevant.
Yeah.
So if there's
Make it
some
relevant. Yeah.
strategic things you can do to from your end, just be maybe jotting
Of
it down
course.
so that when we say, okay, let's upgrade, we'll really upgrade.
I'm trying to make it reach everywhere because Facebook just launched a podcast medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's on Facebook, but the audio version is on Facebook podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio version is on Facebook podcast. It's on Spotify. It's on Boomplay. It's everywhere. Contrast podcast. So I'm distributing it everywhere.
So anyway, that's something else I will need to catch up with you sometime. Yeah, but I want to do it during this festive period when I'm really free. Now, jobs / business things all up, I cannot do things, but I'm just taking time to build a business. I really don't want to go crazy into content creation. I've seen lots of avenues in that space.
And content creation
in Africa, which is crazy. Yes.
The one thing with content creation is distribution. When you have distribution, then you are good.
So I want,
and that's what I mainly focus on.
Like a 1 week where I'll plan the various things I want to learn from you or discuss with you, and then you just give me a schedule on how we can work around it. So various things like this, how can I do? Because I'm talking to a couple of bloggers in strategic countries which I'm looking to expand things into, about 5 or 6 African countries. So a lot of things I want to be doing it using Zoom and then basic editing things, and then being able to distribute it immediately to various platforms and things like that. So I want to come back to you just for you to tell me okay, you can do this, you can do that, and then I come up with a clear-cut strategy on how I want to move around with the content I'm producing down the line. So that's some of the things I have to do in December, so that come January I hit the ground hard.
By God's grace, maybe I'll be down there. So this December or early next year. So maybe we can work on some things physically before I disappear.
Cool. That would be cool too.
So I'm trying to see how it works out.
Okay, 100. We're on the ground.
Okay. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Since the ambassador he's representing Chakra TV, he will take us out.
As usual, I'll just do the entire voice. She's always requesting people to subscribe.
I forgot to
Chakra TV, subscribe to Molly Town.
We really need it.
Because this same discussion is happening on Friday on Molly Town. Share, invite your friends to take part in the conversations. Comment below if you don't agree with something. If you even feel that my eyeglass is too much or Deli B is not combing his hair, comment.
I even combed it today.
Welcome.
I combed it today.
You combed it today?
Yes.
That's your combed version of that hair. If you're in Cameroon, I'm very sure that I would have taken you for some amber flogging by now.
To be very honest, I combed it today.
Okay. So just comment. Maybe I'm wrong. If you saw that Deli B combed his hair and you agree with him, or you see that as proof. Antics. Just comment about it and welcome the comment. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Yeah. It's your boy Ambassador.
Yeah. So thank